How did you manage to become the youngest entrepreneur?
If you were born in a very broken home, if your dad and your mama could not provide for you, it's not your fault. But if you were born in all those kind of condition or situation, if you die in the same situation, then don't blame your mama or your dad or your background. Blame it to yourself, because you got a whole time turn things around in your life. So I decided to turn my things around in my family, and I became a very successful businessman. And I was a younger multi-millionaire at the age of 24.
Didn't have the victim mentality, and that bothers me so bad in today's world. Everybody just like, they want sympathy, like when they could change their circumstances. But like, I always say people that like, they don't try, they just roll over and kind of die. Like, why do you think that is? Like, people they just don't have, I guess, that dog in them to make a change. Like,
well, you just said it right now, victim mentality.
Yeah.
You see,
how did you manage to become the youngest entrepreneur? Like, how did you build that and create that?
well, I came from a very, as you know, I came from a very poor background. We struggled in life and the wars and all kind of stuff. I was so much inspired to succeed in my life. This is what I tell people, that if you were born in a poor background, if you were born in a very broken home, if your dad and your mama could not provide for you, it's not your fault. Don't blame nobody. But if you die poor, if you die in that condition, it's your fault.
No, that's it. We got it. Hold on. I got you, man. Wait. Real talk.
Because a lot of people would be like, no, I can't do this because I'm from this broken home. I'm from the hood, I'm too ghetto, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have no formal education. I won't make it. But if you were born in all those kind of condition or situation, if you die in the same situation, then don't blame your mama or your dad or your background. Blame it to yourself, because you got a whole time turn things around in your life. So I decided to turn my things around in my family, and I became a very successful businessman. And I was a younger multi-millionaire at the age of 24.
Wow.
Yes. All for the glory of God.
Yes, absolutely, man. That I commend it, because you didn't have the victim mentality, and that bothers me so bad in today's world. Everybody just like, they want sympathy, like when they could change their circumstances. But like, I always say people that like, they don't try, they just roll over and kind of die. Like, why do you think that is? Like, people they just don't have, I guess, that dog in them to make a change. Like,
well, you just said it right now, victim mentality.
Yeah.
You see, we have in Africa, an animal that called a donkey. You know what is a donkey?
Oh, yeah.
It's a very stubborn animal. It doesn't listen. It doesn't move easily. Even if you driving a truck coming on the road, it won't give away for you. So if you tied up the donkey for many years in chains, all right? So after many years, you decide now to unlock the chains or break the chains. Guess what? The donkey will still walk the same way as if it's still in chains. So that is a victim mentality. So a lot of people, they've accepted the condition that they've been, conditioned into, and they end up accepting that, thinking that, no, I can do it. Wait a minute. This is America. We are having people flocking into borders of America. Listen, I want to interview some Africans and some of Hispanic people who are coming through the borders. The condition that they're coming to America, of which is horrible. Some of them, they are willing to take their babies, just throw them over the fence in America.
wow.
And just to make sure that the state must have their children, maybe somewhere, somehow, they will reconnect with them. Just to tell you how desperate people don't want to come to America. Now, you are sitting here blaming everybody, having victim mentality. Now, you see, that's why, I was talking to the girl right now in the car, that I was watching a TikTok, and somebody going into the bushes and say, hey, I'm looking for black jobs. I'm looking for Trump said black job. And I was just laughing, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Trump said something very stupid that, people are coming here taking, black jobs. I may understand what he's saying. I believe what you're trying to say is there are so many opportunities in America for our people like me. So we got to step up and grab those opportunities. Don't blame nobody.
Right.
Oh, no, man, I can do it, the system. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand. But how do you explain that most of Africans who are coming to America are making it big time? Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying? Mexican.
And people will dislike them when they had the same opportunity but didn't take it, you know?
Because victim mentality.
Yes, sir.
It's a victim mentality.
Just go back to it.
Can I tell you how long you've been in America?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been in America now officially for 6 years. Can I tell you what I have?
What you got?
I have a church, the last growing church on South Side. 60% of the youth in our ministry. I'm talking about youth in St. Louis. I'm taking them to New York. All the youth in our church. I've been taking them to Atlanta. I've been exposing a lot of them in different states where they've never been before. And we have the largest temporary shelter for women and children in St. Louis, Missouri. And I have been able to do a lot of things in the community in a short period of time. Because when I came in St. Louis, as much as I see a lot of problems in our community, as much as I see a lot of issues, but I see also opportunity how to be part of it and fix them. So I don't want to blame the system that existed before even I was born. I don't blame our people. I don't blame any race, but I see opportunity how I can chip in and be the answer. Because we can't just complain blaming fingers. You see, blame games won't change nothing. Stand up, do something. Do something. You are able to do it. The Bible says we can do all things through Christ,
yes, sir,
who strengthens us.